Hi friend, I'm Chef Monti. Welcome to my kitchen. You know, for a lot of us, our food comes from the store or from school. But what about before that? What did our food look like before it looked like this? Let's go on an adventure and find out where these yummy foods came from.
Los Angeles Unified School District's wellness programs, in partnership with KLCS-TV and the Dairy Council of California, present Let's Eat Healthy Together.
Let's eat healthy together.
Let's explore the journey of these tortilla chips, guacamole, and cheese. The journey begins on the farm. Then there are a few stops on the way from the farm to you. Tortilla chips come from a tortilla, which is made from wheat or corn. And tortillas have been made the same way for over 10,000 years. I know, that's a long time. The ancient Mayans invented tortillas. And when the Spanish discovered this delicious food, they called it tortilla, which means little cake. Corn tortillas start in the cornfield. Whole grain corn is harvested and packaged in large sacks. Next, the corn kernels are soaked and cooked in a special solution to soften the kernels and remove their hard skin. After that, the kernels are put through a grinder to make a masa, or dough. The masa goes into a machine to cut it into circles to make tortillas, or it can be cut into a triangular shape to make tortilla chips. From there, the tortillas go into a large oven to be baked, and the tortilla chips are fried in a big pot. So, how do you like eating your tortilla chips? One of my favorite ways to eat tortilla chips is with guacamole. So, where does guacamole come from? Well, this story begins with the avocado. Did you know that the avocado was once called an alligator pear? It got that name because it's shaped like a pear and has skin that looks like alligator skin. Avocados grow on trees from a plant or a seed. And if you plant an avocado seed, you'll of course need water, gentle sun, rich soil, and a lot of patience. It may take 13 years or longer before you see an avocado. Farmers usually plant an avocado tree, which grows much faster. Now for the fun part. Mash the avocado into guacamole, and you can add all sorts of good stuff. Cilantro, garlic, onion, tomatoes, if you're feeling spicy, jalapenos. Ta-da! And you've made guacamole. It's really easy. I like to sprinkle cotija cheese on my guacamole. It adds a lot of tanginess. To learn where this cheese comes from, let's visit my friend Efren, who's with a very special guest. Take it away, Efren.
Thanks, Monty. I'm on my way to school to teach kids everything there is to know about milk and where cheese comes from, and how it plays an important part of our nutrition. This is my mobile dairy classroom. Why? Because the classroom on wheels. Who can guess what's behind this door? This is Buttercup. She is a Jersey dairy cow. She's as friendly as a puppy dog, but dairy cows aren't like pets. They're farm animals with an important job to do, and that's to make milk. You might be wondering what these bars all are around her. These are her safety bars. It's like a seatbelt. It keeps her safe while we're on the road. You'll notice that they're round and smooth, so that she's comfortable and well protected on the road. Female cattle are called cows, males are called bulls, and babies are called calves. When you put them all together, they're called cattle. Cows are mammals just like us, and mammal mothers make milk. They're very social animals. Buttercup has cow friends back at the farm. She knows me well, so she's very relaxed when I take her to school. Just like people, cow needs nutritious food and water to stay healthy. Cows are herbivores. This means they are plant eaters. Here's how it works. Energy from the sun is absorbed by the plants. The cow eats the plants and drinks water to break down the food. Her body absorbs the energy and goes down to the udder, where milk is made. We drink the milk, and that gives us energy and great nutrition. Cows are ruminant animals. That means they have one stomach with 4 large compartments. They have one large stomach, 4 different compartments. Name them with me. Rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. They do something very special. They chew a cud. What does that mean? That means they burp up their food. This is how it works. They bring out their tongue, wrap it around the hay, chew it very quickly, and swallow it. This hay goes into compartment 1 and 2. That's the rumen and reticulum. After moving back and forth, getting soft, getting wet, she does something very special. She burps it back up. She's gonna regurgitate. She brings up her food and chews it for a second time. That's called chewing her cud. By breaking down her food, she breaks it down to smaller pieces. Now she swallows it back down. Those small particles travel to compartment 1 and 2, go to compartment number 3, where it squeezes the water back into compartment 1 and 2, and guess what? That food ends up in compartment number 4, and that's just like our stomach. All the enzymes and bacteria are breaking down the food for her. Her body absorbs the energy, sends it all over her body, but mainly right here to her udder, and this is where she makes milk. We just learned about her amazing digestive system. You might be wondering, how does she break down this food, or what does she eat? Well, I invited my kids today to help me make a little ration for Buttercup. Come on over, guys. We know cows are ruminants. That means they're plant eaters, but they're also great recyclers of byproducts. What's a byproduct? Stuff that's left over after a product is done. I have some examples. Today we're gonna mix a special feed for Buttercup. We have a nutritionist on site at the farm that creates special rations. And with the help of my kids, we're gonna create a special meal for Buttercup. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add corn. Corn is an essential part of a cow's diet, and that's our first ingredient. This is crushed corn, and it's gonna go right into our mixing bowl. Our second ingredient is cottonseed. Now, this is undigestible. We cannot digest this. And do you guys know what cottonseed is? Well, it's the little seed that's left over from the cotton plant after we make our clothes. This is a great nutrient source in cow's feed. We're gonna add a little bit to that to our diet. Now, who likes orange juice? I love orange juice early in the morning. And guess what? We also know it's a great source of vitamin C, right? But if I'm an orange juice company, I'm gonna squeeze the juice. What's left over? Pulp and peels. Are you gonna wanna eat pulp and peels? No way. Now, the orange juice company, they're gonna send this to the landfill. We don't want that to happen. So what we wanna do is upcycle that waste. Dairies, go to the orange juice company and pick up the orange peels and pulp. Now this is a little sweet smelling. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in myself. Now, just like you guys like the smell of citrus in your food, I love the smell of citrus in my food. Cows love the smell of citrus in their food, and it's a great source of fiber for them. Remember, they're able to digest stuff that we cannot. How many of you like almonds? I love almonds. We eat the nut, we throw away the shell, and the outside covering of the almond is called an almond hull. We cannot digest this, but cows, remember, they're ruminants, they totally can. And this is also a great part. Another great way to recycle this. Instead of going to the landfill, it ends up in the cow's diet and they can get energy from it. Let's throw a little bit of almond hulls on top as well. All right, we're almost there. Last ingredient to go in, or second to last, is our mill run. After we break down grain and the shell of the grain that we're gonna throw away, we can add that a little bit to our diet as well. Now, who knows what's the most important ingredient in all of our feed? What do cows eat? Hay. This green stuff we have here is called alfalfa. Can you say alfalfa? Alfalfa is the best hay out there. A lot of great energy for the cows, and cows need fiber for the stomach to work. So all this grassy, stemmy stuff is gonna make that cow's stomach work. And remember, what does she do? She regurgitates. This is gonna tickle that stomach and make that food come back up. So let's add a little bit of alfalfa. We want some more. There you go.
I did the
All right, good job. Now, you have a spoon? Oh wait, I got one right here in my back pocket. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this together. And what do you guys think? You think Buttercup will enjoy this? I'm pretty sure she will. The nice citrusy smell. Now, here I have a little bowl, but at the farm, we have a huge mixture, and we're gonna feed all of our cows. And just like I did this to one cow, we're gonna do this to all of our cows back at the dairy. You might be wondering how dairy farmers actually transport the milk cows produce to the milk you get in your school cafeteria or the cheese you eat with your guacamole. Transport trucks show up every day at the dairy farm, pick up the milk early in the morning, and in less than 48 hours, that milk shows up at the processing plant.
The milk is loaded each day into a large truck that transports it to a processing plant. Milk is tested for safety and quality before it goes into the truck and again when it arrives at the processing plant. The milk is then pumped from the truck into the processing plant. At the processing plant, milk is pasteurized and homogenized. The pasteurization process heats the milk to 160 degrees for 16 seconds to keep our milk safe. The milk you drink at school is always pasteurized. At the processing plant, milk is also homogenized. This means milk is forced through small holes to break it into smaller particles. If milk is not homogenized, the cream will separate out and float to the top. Finally, milk is packaged into bottles and cartons or made into other dairy foods you love, such as cheese and yogurt.
Now you know a lot more about cows and how milk gets from the cow to your milk carton and to cheese. The next time you're drinking your milk, eating your yogurt and cheese, remember, milk is a natural product that comes from a dairy cow. Hope you enjoy the visit, Monty. See you next time.
Wow, we had quite the adventure today learning about food and checking out a farm. We learned that most foods come from plants and animals on different farms. And we learned some of the ways food changes from the farm to you. Can you remember what we learned today?
What did you learn?
Try to fill in the blanks with me. Tortilla chips come from blank, grown in the field. Yes, corn. Guacamole comes from the blank, which grows on trees. Nailed it, avocado. And cheese comes from blank, which comes from a cow. Milk, you got it. Great job, everybody. This was a lot of fun, wasn't it? It was awesome sharing a food adventure with you. You know, food goes on quite an adventure too. The next time you look at your food, see if you can learn its journey from farm to you. Get curious. And remember, many people work hard to bring delicious and healthy food to you. So don't waste it. It's fun to learn and to share what you know. So teach someone special about what you learned today. Thank you for going on an adventure with me. Let's do it again real soon. Bye.
Wellness programs support the needs of the whole child by focusing on 8 areas of wellness. And watch on demand at healthyeating.org/together.
Let's eat healthy together.